the Fees Must Fall students plan to march in the Johannesburg CBD to demand private sector to fund free education. Cosatu has supported the call by the students. There are concerns around the security of the march. It must be remembered that the marches in the past have witnessed violent scenes. The students had marched to Cosatu House earlier. They have also made a trip to the Chamber of Mines seeking support, and earlier this month, students marched in its campus. The ANC has called for a return to the negotiation table in the Fees Must Fall matter. ANC claims that the sinister forces have hijacked the protests.
We come out in a numbers as how to support students in their march to capitalism, because as how we feel that capitalism must fund education, because if you check, the private sector is the biggest consumer of skills. So if they want to absorb that skill and use it for the maximization of profits, then they must contribute in ensuring that it is cultivated. So we want to say to capitalism, their time of hiding and not supporting the call for free education is over, and that they must contribute and chip in and ensure that we prioritize education as a country.
As the South African Union of Students, we are going to the private sector. We are going arrogantly to the private sector to force it to fund free higher education. The struggle of free higher education is not only about government funding it. Private sector must be able to give a sizable amount to assist government in funding for free higher education. Hence, we have taken a stance that we need to knock in the door of private sector. There's not only Chamber of Mines, banks also will be part of receiving our memorandum. And what we are saying also is that private sector must also contribute into funding for students that are already accumulating debts for next year. So those are the calls that we are making to the private sector, and we are giving them 14 days to respond to our memorandum.
We also spoke to Mr. Dlamini, and this is what he had to say.
And say what they are going to do. We will be supporting them again to come back here and make the same demand. Because if the feeling is that no one cares, you realize now everything is burning in the country. We do not want an escalation of that. They want an environment that is conducive to them running their business, and listening to the students is going to assist them to benefit in running their businesses.
And are you somewhat hoping for a positive response from the Chamber of Mines?
I think so. I know that already they've indicated their willingness. I know they're still hiding behind things of saying, we're paying the training levy, we're doing... No, that is really nothing close to the solutions we want here. They must add more. They must make a serious contribution from the billions and trillions of the money they illicitly offload out of the country. That money must be used for the education of our children.